1, 2, 3, now. Ooh, that's good. You do got that Fishin Affliction. That's good. Woo! Boy, don't get no better that first thing in the morning. Woo!
How big is this fish? How big is that?
Oh, God, what a monster. An absolute monster. Woo! Man, that fires me up. You know what?
Big dog, it's time to wet a line, because it's Fishin Affliction time for those who've got it bad. Well, mom and dad's grabbed the kids, it's time for the fishing show. Me and the big dog's gonna go catch them down at the fishing hole. Well, you better stick around, cause you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that Fishin Affliction. Grab your hats, grab your baits, don't forget your poles. We're gonna fire up that old Ranger boat and head to the fishing hole. We're gonna try to catch a biggin', yeah, that's what we're wishing. Cause me and the big dog's got that Fishin Affliction. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that Fishin Affliction. Yeah. Yeah, and we've got it bad.
I've got that Fishin Affliction.
Hey, I'm Art Defo, and I've got that Fishin Affliction.
Hi, I'm Denny Brower, and I've got that Fishin Affliction.
Hey, I'm Mark Menendez, and I've got that Fishin Affliction.
I'm Bobby Lane, and I got that Fishin Affliction. Hi, I'm Chris Lane, and I got that Fishin Affliction.
I'm Shaw Grigsby, and I got that Fishin Affliction.
Just like me. Here, fishy, fishy, here, fishy, fishy, here.
It has been, whoa, the good Lord is blessing us today for sure. Amen.
Well, folks, it's time to wet a line because it's Fishin Affliction time, and welcome into today's episode as we turn back the clock for the Bassassination 2011, featuring the very first time we ever fished Kentucky Lake with Slammin' Sam Lashlee. And folks, as you watch this episode, you'll understand why we call it the Bassassination. Today's Fishin Affliction product spotlight features the sharpest hooks on the planet, those made by Mustad. Can't get enough Fishin Affliction TV? Then be sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Vimeo channels, where you'll find some web exclusive content. Be sure to like our ever popular and growing Facebook page, and at the end of the show, you'll meet the Fishin Affliction Facebook Friend of the Week. So sit back and enjoy the very first Bassassination that occurred in 2011 as we're fishing Kentucky Lake with Slammin' Sam Lashlee, right here on Fishin Affliction TV.
Big dog, why is there big barricades in front of us?
Well, this was how you would have put in at Paris, but as you can see, nobody's putting in here.
How high is the water level?
Oh, the water got up, I think, 9 feet over full pool. I think it ended up, it may have got a little bit higher than that. I think it hit the highest level it ever had on Kentucky Lake, and it's still real high.
Have we bothered to call if there's a ramp that's open?
Yeah, I think there's a way to get in. We might not call it a ramp, but there's a way to get in.
Well, that's all that we need to know.
No, I think there is a ramp. All right.
Well, the big dog just told you what the conditions were when we fished Kentucky Lake in 2011 for the very first time with Slammin' Sam Lashlee. The waters were at an all-time high, and we were searching for a ramp to be able to launch that beautiful Ranger boat of Sam's. And after hooking up with Sam on the road, he led us to the boat ramp, launched that beautiful Ranger boat of his, enjoyed another of God's stunning sunrises, and began the unbelievable fish-catching adventure of the day that came to be known here on Fishin Affliction as the Bassassination 2011.
Here's one. Rock King Series 5, baby.
Right then and there.
Good morning. Here we are on Kentucky Lake.
We sure are, Sam. Good to be out here with you this morning, Tom.
First fish of the morning for me.
All right.
Gonna enjoy this blessed day today.
All right.
Good Lord gave us.
Sam, when does the guy in the back of the boat get to catch one of those?
As soon as he picks his rod up. Another one on the Strike King Series 5. Here's one.
Boy. Morning doubles. Oh, look at there. You got 2 on, Big Dog. Oh, you had 2. He had 2.
Diamond shad?
Diamond shad, yeah.
There's one.
Diamond shad.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Oh, 2. Oh, look at there. You gotta be kidding me.
Doubles again.
2.
Now, Sam, that happens, I know, but how often does that happen to you?
Well, on these drops and stuff, it happens quite often, believe it or not.
Ever on film?
Yeah. Every now and then on film if we're lucky.
Well, I tell you what, you just made a movie star fish, buddy. They are liking it so much that 2 of them have to get to eat it at one time.
Good keeper fish right there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. How big a fish, Sam?
He's 5. That's a good one.
Look at the leech on him. There, Sam. Just came off.
5.5.
Man, what a beautiful fish.
5.5, I'd say.
I hate them things.
What thing? The leech?
Them leeches.
Look at that nice one.
Boy, is that beautiful, Sam.
Hey, way to start a day.
You ain't kidding.
Well, folks, we are off to an incredible start there on Kentucky Lake with Slammin' Sam Lashlee as we bring to you the very first Bassassination, the Bassassination 2011. And folks, in a moment, we'll be right back with some more incredible fishing action there from the wilds of Kentucky Lake. But speaking of in the wilds, let's go see some pictures from this week's
In the Wild. Your pictures in the wild.
Well, folks, Daniel Baldwin sent us this picture of a couple of his buddies that are holding a 70-pound monster catfish that they did some wrestling with and won. And this is Josh Hawk with a big, gigantic paddlefish. And here is a monster largemouth caught by Stan Nunley, weighing over 10 pounds. Folks, you can post your pictures there on our ever-popular Facebook page, seen by thousands of fans of Fishin Affliction every day. And maybe you'll see that picture right here on the big screen.
In the wild. Your pictures in the wild.
You're the rookie. This is your moment.
Market 15 pounds, 10 ounces, steel champions this year, Kentucky Lake Strike King.
When you tie on a bait by Strike King,
Hey man, we got your back.
you're standing on the shoulders of legends.
Smyrna Ready Mix is an established company that handles business daily with integrity and professionalism. Whether you're a general contractor, professional builder, or a do-it-yourself homeowner, SRM has your concrete solutions. With several convenient locations in the Middle Tennessee area to serve you, the only call you need to make is to SRM, ready to serve you with integrity and professionalism.
Fishin Affliction's Facebook page. Like it.
Oh my. Oh my. How big a fish, Sam?
He's 5. That's a good one.
Look at the leech on him. There, Sam. Just came off.
5.5.
Man, what a beautiful fish.
5.5, I'd say. That nice one.
Boy, is that beautiful, Sam.
Way to start a day.
You ain't kidding.
Well, as Sam releases that 5-pound Kentucky Lake largemouth, it was obvious that these fish were going to enjoy eating on that Strike King Series 5 crankbait. And according to Slammin' Sam, it's the greatest crankbait ever made.
There's another. Yeah, That Strike King Series 5 crankbait is absolutely the best crankbait I have ever seen. And now they've got the 5XD and the 6XD.
Double
I'm telling you
diddler.
folks, not throwing and messing up. I've won so much money on these baits in the last 10 years. It's just unbelievable.
Sam, tell me what the fish are doing this morning time.
These fish, we're at record flooded stage on Kentucky Lake. And all the fish have come off the river and they're getting in these creeks, the back of these creeks on these gravel bars. And you get your Strike King Series 5 or Series 6 XD or 5XD and just start searching for them. And once you find them, it might take you a while to find them, but once you find them, you can catch them every cast like we're doing right here.
Man.
Like that right there.
Wow.
Just like that.
Let's get the quick release button.
That's the great thing is I'll bet you there's another one.
I bet you there is. That ain't the last one in the lake, is it? Sam, when this occurs, when they school like this, how long will the school stay active?
As long as the water's, oh well, I expect these fish will get onto this crankbait. Like I can tell now they're just starting to nip. And then we'll pick up other baits. There's one.
Man. Oh, look at how many of them. My gosh, Sam.
There was 20 fish with this fish.
Man.
Goodbye, Mr. Bass.
Your old fishing partner, the big dog, ain't much help, is he, Sam?
No, he could have reached down there and got him, but you know.
I'll get him for you if you want.
Oh, it's a little late, right?
Sam, this time of year on Kentucky Lake, what's it take to win?
Well, there was a tournament last week out of the dam, or it was out of Moore's actually, and one man had 25.94 pounds.
29, almost 30.
25.94.
Oh, 25. Okay.
There's another.
God. Big dog, this is a 5-minute clip. I have not stopped.
Well, it's going to be like this for an hour. I'm starting to sweat.
A little bit.
Starting to sweat. That's funny.
Sam, when they start nipping, what's that telling you?
That they know that your fish will fall, believe it or not. And you'll have to, change baits or change cadences or something a little different. Like right there, there's one. A little one.
There's a good one. Solid, but he come off. That was solid fish right there.
This is good.
All right.
Better fish right there.
Yeah, well.
That is a better fish.
Probably bigger than that. Two on it once.
How big a fish, Sam?
That's 3 1/4 anyway. Well, they're getting there.
There's the eagle.
Oh my goodness.
Good eagle? Yeah, look at him, he's got a big old bait in his mouth too, doesn't he? Hope that's not a bass.
It's a Strike King, sir.
Anyway, that's a good 3 1/4, 3 1/2 maybe.
A beautiful fish, then. And the big dog?
I'm just enjoying fishing, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whatever.
Well, folks, the guys are having a blast Bassasinating those largemouths on Kentucky Lake. and all I can do is keep that camera in record mode and capture the action. And in a moment, we'll be right back with some more fishing action. And on this week's For Hunters Only, we'll join Scott Hickson of Poindexter's Outdoors as he tells us what you can do when something happens to your hunting gear during hunting season. All of that when we return. But right now, let's head upstairs to the kitchen to find out what Miss Vicky's got cooking this week. In the skillet with Miss Vicky, the most delicious part of Fishin Affliction TV.
Welcome to In the Skillet. I'm Vicki Porter, and today I have a recipe that I got from the famous Mama J. That's the Mama J of Mama's Big Lunch Bag, and it is loaded with flavor. It's for loaded potato casserole. And now for the ingredients. You will need potatoes, sour cream, butter, bacon, cheddar cheese, salt, and pepper. After dicing your potatoes, boil them until they're tender. While your potatoes are boiling, cook your bacon in the oven on 400 for about 20 minutes, or fry it up or do it in the microwave. After your potatoes have finished cooking, drain them and then mash them with a potato masher. Now we're gonna add some butter to our potatoes, and next some sour cream. Add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Now add some cheddar cheese and get this all mixed together. Now put this in a greased baking dish. Now add some more cheese to the top, and we're gonna bake this in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes, or just until the cheese is melted. After this is finished baking, crumble your bacon on top and sit down and enjoy Mama J's loaded potato casserole. You can find this recipe at intheskillet.com, and be sure and click on the YouTube icon to see this recipe as well as all of my other In the Skillets. I'm Vicki Porter. Tune in next week to see what's cooking in the skillet.
S11 sunglasses makes it like the water is not even there.
All right, we're getting closer and closer to the gun seasons in Tennessee as far as deer hunting goes, and on October 25th and 26th, that will be the Youth Sportsman's Weekend all across Tennessee. So, I'm saying all that if you're a parent and you hadn't got your son, daughter, granddaughter, son into a hunter education course just yet, you better, or they might be mad at you, okay? Hunter education is free in Tennessee. It's mandatory for anyone who wants to hunt born after January 1st, 1969. You gotta take it, okay? And it's offered all over Tennessee. You can go to tnwildlife.org and sign up right there on TW's website to take a course, get it ASAP, because it got taught all summer long, just about, been taught all through the fall, and going to continue to be taught for a few more weeks before it begins to slow down. Get your kids in there. It doesn't cost anything. You can go with them, take the course yourself, and just have a good time, all right? Hunter education across Tennessee. Get ready for the hunting seasons ASAP. I'll see you next week right here on Fishin Affliction.
On today's Fishin Affliction product spotlight, I want to talk to you about the sharpest hooks on the planet, Mustad. I love the pitch and flip, and I wouldn't think about doing it without having a Mustad hook that's rigged through one of these Strike King baits. Incredibly sharp, extremely tough, durable. I'll tell you, you just cannot go wrong with putting a Mustad hook on the end of your Seaguar line and flipping your favorite Strike King plastic bait into the tightest, nastiest cover and pulling out a big old hog like we do here on Fishin Affliction TV at times. Mustad.no, check out their great hook selection, and you won't believe how many hooks that you have to choose from. They're from Mustad, the sharpest hooks on the planet. And now back to Fishin Affliction.
Fishin Affliction's YouTube channel. Watch it.
Welcome back to Fishin Affliction TV, and this segment of the show is brought to you by Ranger Boats, Mercury Outboards, Deca Batteries, Akuma High Performance Fishing Gear, Seaguar Fishing Line, Mustad Hooks, Onyx Life Jackets and Rainwear, Frayville, Real Magic, Rugged Marine Electronic Mounts by Ram Mounts, Wigwam Socks, BBG Marine, and Tournament Wear.
hunters only. Brought to you by Poindexter's Outdoors in Gallatin, Tennessee. Serving the sportsman since 1965. And PaulPollocksDeerLures.com. Producing the greatest selection of all-natural buck and doe deer lures on today's market.
I'm here with Scott Hickson shooting today. Archery season's upon us. You know, folks, things happen to your equipment, doesn't it?
Sure does.
As an avid bow hunter, I have two bows, one as a spare that I always have with me just in case something goes wrong with my primary bow. But you know, not everybody has that spare bow, but I promise you that something's going to happen. Your equipment at some point is going to fail on you. And when it does, it's time to head up to Poindexter's Outdoors in Gallatin, Tennessee and see Scott Hickson and the fine people there, because they will take care of you no matter what your situation is.
Folks, anything can happen to your bow at any given time. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 days to get parts in to get them fixed. You sure would hate to have to miss an important hunt. If you'll get your bows to us just as quick as you possibly can, we can get them fixed quicker.
You know, and never have the question mark in the back of your head that, geez, maybe there's something with my bow, but I'm gonna go hunt anyway, because that is a recipe for disaster.
Yes, yes. And another thing is be careful how you store your bow with your broadhead arrows. Dan, a lot of people will just take their arrows with broadheads on them and stick them in the case, into the little arrow holders, thinking that that's gonna hold everything. Close the case, next thing you know, the arrow falls out, nicks your string, cuts your string, you've done lost your string. Now it's time to get a new string. Bring it on down, we'll get you fixed up just as quick as we can.
Well, folks, Buddy, Scott, Chris, and all the fine folks there at Poindexter's Outdoors are there to serve you, and they have been doing it for the sportsmen since 1965. So don't hesitate to get on down there for anything that you need when things happen. And don't forget while you're there to pick you up some of those Paul Pollock deer lures, because it's getting closer and closer to the rut, and it's going to be time to heat things up with Paul Pollock's Flaming Seduction. Absolutely the premier doe and heat lure on today's market. All right there at Poindexter's Outdoors in Gallatin, Tennessee, serving the sportsman since 1965.
Hope that's not a bass.
This is Strike King, sir.
Anyway, that's a good 3 1/4, 3 1/2 maybe.
A beautiful fish there. And the big dog.
I'm just enjoying fishing, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whatever.
Whoa, the good Lord is blessing us today for sure.
I mean it.
Well, folks, I'm not going to tell you a lie. In between the fish that you're looking at and the fish that the guys just caught before that, there were probably about 45 largemouths caught there on Kentucky Lake. And all of that within the first hour of the morning. And folks, I have heard about catching fish like this, but I had never witnessed it before. And the Big Dog and Slammin' Sam were undoubtedly Bassasinating these largemouths. And as the morning turned into the afternoon, it was time to put down those Strike King crankbaits and start throwing those Strike King soft plastics and jigs, especially the rodent and the football jig.
Yeah, that's a good fish.
Football head jig, Big Dog?
Yeah, I went to a little bit different color rage crawl. Had a little more chartreuse to it.
What you throwing, Rusty?
Here, give me some sugar.
What you throwing?
All right, back to work.
Because it is work, right?
Huh?
It is work.
Hey, the Titans get to play football, we get to fish. Good solid fish.
I like your technique there, Rusty.
Another good solid fish on the jig. We slowed down on crankbait. We're going to work with the jig now and going for our 6th limit. 7th, I don't know.
More than that, that's right.
Whatever. That's some solid fish.
Threw my rodent.
Slung it, didn't he, Sam?
Threw my Strike King rodent.
Goodbye, rodent.
Well, that's a female that's already spawned out. It's only about 2 1/4.
Tell us what we're experiencing here later as the day goes on here, Sam.
Well, the crankbait bite for me has died, so we're trying to find some good fish flipping. And the fish, if you go all the way to the back of the backs, there's so many bushes and trees that it's hard to even, concentrate on what you're trying to get to. So to narrow it down, I like to hit the sides and the little side short pockets in these creeks. And I think it's just the odds are better catching one or two good ones when you do that.
And this was the first flip after we just made a run?
First flip, when we stopped on a willow tree.
And one rodent gone.
One rodent gone. Get another one.
There's a good looking fish.
Woo, Sam.
Rusty, how big is he?
I'd say he's 4 pounds.
Rusty Rust, a man you can trust.
He won't come loose.
Way in the back, in the middle of it, huh, Sam?
All right, keep that one. Let's make him a TV star fish for later.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Oh, okay, never mind. I guess he don't get to be a TV star.
Woo!
Jump! Here, Sam, let me help you.
Man.
How big is he, Rusty?
3 3/4, maybe 4.
Sam, that's another fish in less than 5 minutes.
You want me to take it?
That was fun. Let's see. That's a good one.
Wow, big dog.
There is a good one. Let's collect my rod collapse down. Come here, boy.
Let's go, Rusty. 4.5?
You tell me, Sammy.
4.5, maybe 5. What do you think?
It's a good solid fish. Good solid one.
You think it's 5?
Take my picture with my buddy Sam.
Ta-da.
You think it's 5?
I don't think it's 5. I think it's 4 3/4. I think that fish is laid out, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you catch him right off an isolated piece, big dog?
Right there off that one. And I caught him on the rage craw, just switched. And he did not play with it. He ate it.
Well, folks, what an incredible day catching fish on Kentucky Lake with Slammin' Sam Lashlee, and now you know why we call it the Bassassination. And folks, that was 2011. On next week's episode, we're going to show you the Bassassination 2012, when those Kentucky Lake largemouths started eating on that Strike King sexy dog and every other Strike King bait we threw. So tune in to Fishin Affliction TV next week, and you'll see.
Hey, have we ever done this before?
Man.
That sexy dog at 1.5.
Man.
This week's Team Fishin Affliction featured Facebook friend is
Wayne Lyles.
And thanks for being our Facebook friend. For your chance to join in the fun and become an official Team Fishin Affliction featured Facebook friend, simply like us on Facebook. And be sure to write a comment on our wall. As always, a big thank you to all of our national and local sponsors for providing us with the most advanced technology and highest quality products and services. Be sure to visit each of our partners online through the sponsor links page on our official website at FishinAffliction.com. And this is your old pal Matthew Gillen, the voice of Fishin Affliction TV, hoping that you'll tune in next week, because there's no doubt that Dan and the Big Dog got it bad. They've got Fishin Affliction for those who got it bad.
And I'm going to throw it over to you real quick.
All right. Tell me, what am I doing? What are we doing? What are we talking about? We're talking about having 2 bows? Is that what we're going to do?
You ain't figured it out by now?
Well, that's what I'm hoping.
Getting ready for the upcoming season of archery. An avid bow hunter. Here, help back and do it for you.